To discuss more on this India at COP30, we have Dr. Shrikanta K. Panigrahi, Director General, Indian Institute of Sustainable Development, IIST, with us in the studio. Welcome to the studio, sir.
Welcome.
Sir, India has urged developed countries to show greater climate ambition and honor their commitments. From your perspective, what specific commitments are most crucial right now, and how realistic is it to expect stronger pledges this time at COP30?
We had enough pledges. One after another, whole globe has pledged after pledged. And this is high time for implementation and action in real sense,
right.
Which Indian Honorable Minister has already reiterated. And the, among promises, India has committed to become net zero by 2070. But now India is calling the entire planet that they should target to become net zero much before what they have committed.
Right.
And for that, more stronger action is required. We had the information by UNEP report that 1.5 degree, the benchmark, we are far from that, and we have exceeding that limit, that Lakshman Rekha, which creates challenges for the nation and nations throughout the globe. So we are committed enough. We don't have enough technology. We don't have IPR, the money for IPR, and we don't have even enough climate finance available with us. So we are at a crucial juncture. There are two wars is going on. All of us are witnessing.
Right.
So we need actions, and for which it has been too delayed.
Right. India, as you mentioned, India is strongly committed, and Minister Bhupendra Yadav also called for COP30 to be remembered as a COP of implementation and delivery on promises. What would meaningful implementation look like on the ground, especially for developing countries like India this time?
Implementation on ground is extremely important. We have our commitment. If you see our NDC, National Determined Contributions, in Kyoto Protocol, the developed nations who are more responsible for the present situation were given targets, but they could able to hardly do 11.23%. So Kyoto Protocol failed. In Paris, who has done what, forget. Whole world is at the crisis. So let us reduce our own footprint, and also if we can reduce some others' footprint as well. So whole world is coming forward to commit higher and higher through their NDCs, National Determined Contributions, and these NDCs are becoming more and more ambitious, and more stronger and stronger commitments are made each year. Every country is having their adaptation plan, their mitigation plan, and this is and everybody, irrespective of the economic disparities and other kind of problem, is coming forward to do their best under a Paris regime.
Right.
In India, we are developing carbon markets inside the country, and there is an international market, carbon market already under Article 6.2. So all the efforts in multiple directions for emission reduction and to make the world more livable.
Right. So you said that, of course, the whole world is in crisis right now. India has stressed the need for more affordable, accessible climate technologies free from the restrictive IP barriers. How big a hurdle is the intellectual property regime in the scaling of green technologies globally right now?
Very important question. If you see, the technology transfer is the key and in the center of the matter. And if we don't have enough technology, we'll not able to address the problem of emission reduction. And the poor and developing nations don't have much research funding available with them, for which the technologies are also not much available with them. So they are looking for technologies from the developed nations, and it is becoming prohibitive because of the cost, and the IPR cost is too high, which is enhancing the cost of the technology, which is beyond the reach of the developing and poor nations. And unless these technologies are procured in right time, the countries, we are afraid the NDCs which is committed by the developing country will not be achieved. And there is many issues, everybody knows about
Right.
climate justice
Right.
and other kind of issues. So there is a great demand that IPR cost can be marginally reduced to enable the developing nations and the poorer nations to enhance their comfort level, to opt for right technology which will help them in emission reduction.
All right, so the cost has to be reduced. But India also highlighted the big cat conservation through the International Big Cat Alliance. How does protecting these species tie into the broader climate and biodiversity strategies at COP30 also?
The big cat is an indicator of ecosystem stability.
Right.
If any of these species is in danger, and we are losing our rich biodiversity, and Belem COP is extremely important because it is nature COP.
Yes.
And it is happening in the lap of Amazon, and a lot of indigenous people are also have come forward to ask for their rights. And our plants and animals combinedly along with humans make the life sustainable. And unfortunately, because constant rise in temperature, about 35 to 37 of our rich biodiversity in terms of plants, animals and avifauna, that the birds, we have already got extincted by now. And if it keeps happening, the planet, it will be difficult planet to make it more livable, and the temperature will geometrically rise. So there has to be a balance between ecosystems, the air pressure belts, ocean current belts, and biodiversity. And to maintain that, big cat is a symbol of conservation, it is a symbol of sustenance, it is a symbol of life, which is the priority for India.
All right. But based on India's renewable rollout, what lessons can other emerging economies learn from India's approach? Because India is literally leading in sustainable development right now. And COP30 president said the time of promises is over, with negotiations, as we know, extended late into the night. What are the best and worst case scenarios for the final outcome this week?
The final outcome this week is extremely important because it is the last week of the COP. And there is a lot of debate and discussion. Nothing much has been emerged. The problem is the three largest emitting countries, country heads are missing in the negotiation. And
Right.
There are many global geopolitical crises are parallelly happening. And this stress, this COP is not moving at the speed that it is likely to. So in such a situation, there are promises and promises. The stock take, global stock take will come up. The global climate action plans will come up. The mitigations plans, both as adaptation plans, will come up. And all these, to implement all these plans, we need money, we need climate
Right.
finance,
Right.
which is missing. And it is not ordinary finance. It is trillions of dollars per year till 2035 is urgently required to stabilize planet's climate. And this is a huge money. And the multilaterals finance sources is drying up. They have all committed their best in COP29, and right now in COP19,
Right.
29, that is in Baku, and now in Belem. Those commitments, since are insignificant and very little peanuts in comparison to the total requirement. The whole entire world needs to come stronger with financial commitment,
Right.
not only commitment but augmentation, and accelerating their climate action to make the planet livable for everyone.
Finance is, of course, a very important point out there, and a lot is expected from this COP30. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us in the studio and giving us all that information.
Thank you very much.